So what are the best sunglasses? In this video we're going to be talking about just that, so stay tuned. What's going on, everybody? As always, Acclaimed Sheepdog here today, and today we're going to be looking at the best sunglasses ever. Now on my channel I do stuff like tactical gear reviews, I do knife reviews, gun reviews, and sometimes even sunglass reviews like this one. So consider subscribing and let's jump into the video. Okay, so the best sunglasses in the world are going to have to be Oakley Sunglasses. Now, you're going to hear Oakley Sunglasses, you're going to think hundreds of dollars, but you're not always going to pay that. If you go to an Oakley outlet, I got my girlfriend a pair of Oakleys for $25. I mean, that of course was after I paid $150. It was buy one, get one 50% off. So she got a pair of $50 sunglasses that were already on clearance for $25. So if you go around to like an Oakley Vault or a clearance outlets, stuff like that, you can find them pretty cheap, especially if you get the aviator pairs like the Frogskins or the Holbrooks. The whole Oakley brand itself is very versatile. You got sports frames just like these, you got lifestyle frames as I'm rolling footage, and you got women's kinds, and you even got kinds like Asian fit and stuff like that. So like I said, about right now would be the best time for you to go to an Oakley Vault and get a pair of these for cheap. If you like the Holbrooks or the Frogskins, those are going to be your cheapest pair, or the gas cans. They're going to have at least 2 clearance racks, especially around this time for going back to school, or especially at this time in 2016, because they're looking to phase out some pairs to bring in new ones. This is a brand new frame I'm wearing on my face right now. This is called the Radar EV. I have 2 other pairs of these. These are by far my favorite. I like the Radars in general. They're beautiful. These are the small lens ones. You can get them even bigger. So what I paid for these was $180, and that's because I got these at Dick's Sporting Goods. What I paid for these was $200. These are completely custom. These are purple iridium with gunmetal O's. Those are $200 because those are custom, and these are $160 from Oakley's store. Okay. I mean Oakley Vault. At Oakley Vault you're going to pay close to $20 cheaper than everywhere else. Oakley 2016 has been a big year for them, and they're going to keep on improving on their stuff. So be on the lookout for what Oakley has coming up. Now, if you may not know, not only does Oakley's look good and they fit good and they feel good and they're nice and light, they're also very durable. They are technically OSHA approved. You can look at that in the manual. They are 100% OSHA approved. I wore these in the fire academy, and fire academies are very strict on that kind of stuff. This was my eye protection for out there on the fire ground training. Now, I didn't always wear Oakleys. I have been wearing Oakleys for about 3 or 4 years. How I found out about Oakleys can attest to their durability. Now, how I learned about Oakleys was when I was in the fire academy. One of my drill instructors, or not drill instructors, instructor for my class was a Marine, and when he was in Afghanistan, he was wearing a pair of Oakleys out on patrol, and either an IED or I think he said a grenade went off and saved his eyes. He showed me pictures. I don't have them because this was a few years ago when I was in the fire academy 3 or 4 years ago. He showed me pictures of what looked like small little BB marks on the lenses. They did not crack. It took the mirror coating off. That's about it. And they're very durable. I plan on doing a test. I plan on shooting a pair of Oakley lenses to see if how it can hold up to a bullet. I doubt it can, but it held up to a piece of shrapnel and it saved his eyes. That's pretty amazing. So yeah, Oakleys are expensive, but as I said, they are worth it. They're OSHA approved. You can get all kinds of different color frames for them. You can get clear lenses, you can get prescription eyeglasses in Oakleys, and you can get prescription sunglass lenses as well, not only clear lenses. Another thing about Oakley is if you're an emergency responder, you get discounts. They have a website called Oakley Standard Issue, and you go there if you're a government employee or emergency responder. Go to oakleysi.com and register there. It'll give you all the details, and you're going to get $30 to $40 off a pair of sunglasses at least. Sometimes even half off, sometimes even more than that. Depends if it's a newer or older frame. So if you're an emergency responder, you're going to get great discounts on Oakleys. You don't even have to be an emergency responder. Go to an Oakley outlet around this time in the summer. Towards the end of the summer, you're going to get great deals. Or anytime. There's always stuff on clearance at the Oakley vault. So be sure to be lookout on that. I'll leave a link in the description to the best prices I can find on Oakley stuff. That's probably going to be on Amazon or eBay, but I'll leave a link to this pair and a couple other pairs that I have. I hope you enjoyed the video. Consider subscribing to my channel. I do tactical gear reviews, knife reviews, gun reviews, backpacking adventures. I was just out on a canoeing trip. I'll leave that in YouTube cards. So consider subscribing to my channel. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. I hope I made you make a good buying decision today. Be on the lookout for those discounts at the Oakley vaults. Those are going to be your best place. If you're an emergency responder, I suggest Oakley SI. You're going to save a lot of money there. So as always, this has been Acclaimed Sheepdog. Thank you.